Hi everyone, I'm Dad,
I'm Daughter.
and we are...
Dad and Daughter Formula One duo.
Alright, so daughter, what are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about Checo and...
Franco Colapinto. Now, the reason we have titled this...
First,
okay.
a warning. This is rumors, so we don't know completely.
That's right. So that's why we labeled it as rumors. This is all speculation. We don't necessarily know if any of this stuff is true. We're just saying this is what it looks like it's going to happen.
Yes.
But let's begin with... what do you want to begin with? Checo or Franco?
Checo.
Checo. Okay. So talk to us a little bit about what's the rumor with Checo.
The rumor that we think is happening is that he's going to go with Cadillac.
So this past weekend at the Miami Grand Prix, Cadillac said that they were going to make this big announcement, this big reveal on May 3rd. And everybody thought, hey, Checo's coming back. Supposedly, there's been lots of talks about Checo coming back. The main individuals from Cadillac were there. Carlos Slim was there, who's like a big supporter of Checo. Miami would be a great place to do it, right? It's got a big Hispanic following. That would have been a great place. But then what happened?
They just didn't do it.
They didn't do it. They didn't talk about Checo. They did a little bit of a reveal. They showed a little bit about like what their car would look like. But that was really about it.
Yeah, I was thinking like, who are the drivers?
Right? I mean, you would think it would be a really great place, right? Like, everybody's watching. Miami was a really exciting Grand Prix to watch. There was a lot of buzz behind it. And then, nothing. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, even though you don't like these questions. I want to ask you this question. Why do you think Cadillac didn't say anything?
I think that they were scared of if they chose Checo. I think they were scared that if they didn't choose someone maybe from like where they could have chosen someone that they're gonna get like hated on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's an American. Cadillac is an American team. I think they want to kind of build this brand of what kind of drivers do you think? American?
I don't know personally.
Well,
maybe American. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, right, you would think about that, right? That they would say, maybe we want to build like this brand and have American drivers. We want to have a lot of American supporters. F1's gaining a lot of traction in the US, so maybe that would be a good strategy. They say that one of the drivers that they want to recruit for Cadillac, his name is Colton Herta. And Colton is an IndyCar driver, and he's really, really good. But nothing official has been said. The last time that they talked to Colton Herta about it, he essentially said, hey, I'm happy with IndyCar. If I stay here in IndyCar, I stay in IndyCar. It's not that big of a deal for me. We'll see what happens. So, rumor. Do you think, number one, it's still a rumor, but number one, do you think Checo will be announced with Cadillac sooner or later?
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I can do is hope. Yes.
Okay. And here's another question for you. If Checo signs with Cadillac, will you abandon McLaren to go and be a supporter of Cadillac for Checo?
I will add him to my favorite driver list, but I don't think I'll switch to Cadillac.
Okay, there you go. You heard it here. So if you switch, I'm going to hold you to it. Okay. So that's rumor number one. Rumor number two. Rumor number two is?
Franco?
Franco
Colapinto!
Franco Colapinto is said to potentially replace who?
Jack Doohan.
Jack Doohan at what team?
An Alpine, or as I like to say it, the bubblegum car.
That's right. So it said that, that Franco is going to replace Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan has not performed well, unfortunately, in the Miami Grand Prix. He lasted around about a lap. Yeah, about 30 seconds. He actually, him and Liam Lawson had a little bit of an incident. He ended up getting a puncture in one of his tires. Ends the race too early.
So, so did Liam Lawson get a penalty?
He didn't get a penalty for that. He got a penalty. He actually didn't get a penalty, I think, for any of that, but he didn't finish the race. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to. Yeah, sorry, Liam. But I will say that it kind of sucks for Jack. He's been waiting all these years as a reserve driver for Alpine to now only drive 6 races and out. But the reason that we say that this rumor is leaning more towards being confirmed is why? What happened today?
Because the boss
Mm-hmm.
stepped down from being the boss and gave it to a big fan of Franco, and I can't remember it.
Yeah. So the team boss, right, which is Ollie Oaks, which he was a great team boss. He was a team boss in Formula 2 for a while, did really well there. Was promoted then in Formula 1 to be the Alpine team boss. Unfortunately, he stepped down. He resigned out of the blue. It was announced today, May 6th. Today's May 6th?
I think so.
Yes, today is May 6th. He announced on Instagram, here's the Instagram post, that he was going to resign and step down. And then, all of a sudden, it's announced that Flavio Briatore is going to take over all operations and in charge of everything.
Oh, wow.
And he is a big fan of who did you say?
Franco Colapinto.
Franco Colapinto. And he's not a big fan of Jack Doohan. So it's very likely by the time we're watching this in the morning, right, that there's going to be an announcement that Franco is going to be driving in the next race in Imola.
All I can hope is... Actually, I don't know. I like both of them personally, but
Yeah. I like Franco. I'll be honest. I think he's a good driver. He showed a lot of promise in a really bad Williams last year in comparison to Logan Sargent. And he did really well. Ended the season not so well, but still did fairly well. We'll see what he can do if he ends up coming. Now, I will tell you that if Franco gets promoted and becomes the driver, we have to do a video in what?
on Franco,
Well, on Franco, but in what? In what language?
Spanish.
We're going to do a Spanish video all about Franco. And you're going to lead it. Uh-oh. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. All right. Those are our main rumors for today.
Yes.
Any other rumors?
I don't think so. Well, this one isn't a rumor, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and speed to those notifications, everybody.
Bye.